Hey guys, it's Dr. Drake 63 here today. Thanks for joining me. Um, Got to tell you, I'm starting to get very, very concerned about what's going on, specifically with ammo availability and prices in this country. And I've got a few opinions on where I think this is trending. And a lot of this ties into what's going on in our upcoming presidential election. Went out and took this bad boy out today, and installed a drop-in trigger in this recently, and wanted to just make sure that life was good and so forth before I head out for some varmint eradication out in the western states here in a couple weeks. And what I've been seeing going on with ammo is just absolutely crazy. Okay, just run of the mill, cheap, 55 grain target ammo FMJ has been going through the roof. And the reports I'm hearing is that manufacturers are supposedly backlogged on production out to as much as a year. And when you go to some of the websites that you can usually find good deals on bulk, and if not smaller quantities of ammo, we've seen that price where in the last few years it kind of went from being low 20 cents to 25 cents a round to being pretty consistently 30. And now you're talking about not being able to get 5.56 or 2.23 ammo for any cheaper than upwards of 60 plus cents a round. And to me, that's crazy. I've seen a couple places, different ranges and stuff that, oh yeah, they've got some out of spec MagTech stuff that is so long that it doesn't properly seat the magazine and stuff for 50 cents a round. But for the most part, everything's north of 60 cents a round now, and I don't see anything changing. People are going to get nervous. We've got, like I said, a presidential race coming up right now. You got one guy that some people in the firearms community are pissed at because of the whole bump stock thing here a couple of years ago, and rightfully so. I mean, I wish Trump would have stayed out of that. I don't think he needed to weigh in or get involved, but bigger picture, though, there's a guy that currently, if you believe polls, which I don't, but has definitely got some momentum. There's a guy running against Trump that has flat out said, you can go to his website and check this out, that he's going to restrict the hell out of firearms, and particularly with one of my favorite platforms, these black rifles. It's going to ban imports, so that means all your Bulgarian, Yugoslavian, Russian, which is already kind of banned, Polish, whatever, AKs, no more. You want to get a Galil? Forget about it. He's going to ban the new manufacturer for sale to civilians of the AR platform. And those that don't want to turn theirs in are going to be looking at having to get an NFA tax stamp. And think about that. That's 16 to 20 million American legal firearms owners that are going to be forced to register their weapons and pay a $200 tax, or what? I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna go grab guns from 16 to 20 million people. I don't think you are. But here's where I do think that they're going to make life very difficult, and that is between liability lawsuits with manufacturers, like we saw happen to Remington, and it's hurting their company big time. They just had to sell Marlin. Between stuff like that, where firearms manufacturers are going to have to put so much liability cost into each unit they produce that it's going to become ridiculous. But more importantly, ammo. I'm a guy that typically over time would shoot probably on average about 1,000 rounds a month, and I could do that for $250 to $300. Well, to shoot 1,000 rounds a month right now, I'd be looking at $600+. And some people are like, fine, I'll just pay it. But I think it's just going to get worse. I think that's where they're going to go after us, guys, is on the ammo. And between that and the fact that people are just a lot of new firearms owners this last year, because a lot of the crap that's been going on in this country, and many government entities saying, well, hey, we can't do anything about it. And then you see people talking about defunding the police, which is a worry for a lot of people. So you got a lot of new gun owners, and each of them are buying ammo when they get a new firearm. You got guys like me that are worried about having ammo to shoot. And if I want to go out and shoot now, I either shoot what I've got in stock that I bought cheaper in days past, or I'm going to be spending a lot more than I want to replenish what I'm shooting, so I can hang on to some kind of quantity, so that I continue to enjoy the shooting sports. But just imagine this world, if you will, that a law-abiding guy like me, never committed a felony, never hurt another person in my life. Imagine a world where if I want to show up at a range with one of these, that I'm going to get in trouble. If I want to shoot, and I can easily imagine paying $1 a round to shoot an AR out of a 10-round magazine. Talk about a dumb-looking gun. Folks that like the shooting sports as a hobby are going to be affected by this. And you want to know something? Democrats don't give a flying you-know-what whether or not we're affected or not, because we don't vote for them typically. So why should they care? So it's a tough situation, and I think if you look at the types of things that Biden has promised to do, and the type of people that he's going to bring on his cabinet, the potential for flipping House seats or Senate seats, I should say, that you could see some really, really bad stuff go down for those of us that enjoy these sports. I'm concerned about it. I really am. Regardless of who gets elected, I'm concerned that the kind of profits that the major ammunition manufacturers are going to be making, knowing that people are still going to go out and pay upwards of 60, 70, 80 cents a round for relatively cheap rounds, why would they stop doing it? In the past, you've seen situations like Sandy Hook, where you've had people that certain places that sold firearms, accessories, and ammos raised their rates and others didn't. And the ones that did got a bad name from the shooting community for looking like they're out to take advantage of or gouge their customers. Well, guess what now? Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. And, if you sell firearms as a shop, or if you are a manufacturer, you're probably thinking, hey, this whole product line could be going away. Then what am I going to do? So they got to worry about their financials, and all of this is going to be affected by decisions that the government makes. So I'm not going to tell anybody how to vote. I suspect that you're all watching this channel should be smart enough to make that determination, but it's pretty damn scary right now. It really is. And you're just not going to have tens of millions of firearms owners coming up saying, here you go. The type of people that buy black rifles, and one of the reasons I got into them years ago was knowing that there were people that thought they knew better than me, and they were going to tell me I couldn't have it. Well, guess what? I'm an American, damn it, and I'm not going to let somebody tell me what I can or cannot have. I don't like that, especially in something like firearms. Especially since I know I'm not a person that's ever going to commit an illegal act with them, an act of violence or anything like that, unless I'm forced to defend myself. So they're not going to get the guns back. They're just going to make it so that you can't take it to a public range without having somebody potentially arrest you or confiscate your stuff. And they're going to make it so damn expensive that those of us, like I said, that like to shoot 1,000 rounds of various ammunition in a month won't be able to do it anymore. I think this is a sad state in America right now. I am starting to believe that we're not going to be able to get past this, that the new normal is paying way more for ammunition. So let's hope not. I'm going to keep shooting. I'm going to keep doing what I do, but I have to admit, I'm not going to spend 3 times as much money to shoot the same as I was before. I've got other bills to pay like a lot of you guys. So Let's hope. Let's hope that we don't go down this rabbit hole. If you got convictions about this and it's important along with other issues, make sure you vote. Don't be somebody that believes this poll bullshit and stays at home and decides that it's a lost cause. It wasn't last time around. We heard a lot of the same stuff, but sooner or later, we're going to get people in power that want to disarm us because they think they're doing a good deed, and they're not. I have a name for those people. They're well-meaning idiots, and it's a scary world, really, because of those people, not the people they claim they're trying to protect us from. Anyway, that's my rant. This is Dr. Drake 63. Want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Assuming I can afford to keep shooting, that is.